Hi, Grade 6. Welcome to Teacher Ads TV, where we learn together apart from each other. It's English time. Are you ready? Before we start, we know that good pupils follow classroom rules. In the Google Classroom, here are our rules. First, use your voice softly. 2. Respect the people in class. 3. Use but do not abuse the chat box. 4. Try to find the answer on your own. 5. Answer incomplete sentences. 6. Submit files on time and correctly. Number 7. Read first before asking. 8. Think before you type. Focus. 9. Be kind and professional. Number 10. Use your hand signs like raise hand and like signs. Are you ready? Our first topic for this quarter is identifying real or make-believe images. We would like to recognize the author, Maria Lee R. Tupas, and the digitizer and animator, Lucila Pete Wazan, from the Division of Quezon City. Thank you very much for your talent and for sharing your knowledge with us. Before we start, let me ask you, do you share fake news on Facebook? Go to slido.com, use hashtag J473 for the code, and answer, do you share fake news on Facebook? Yes or no? Oh, somebody said yes. Oh, he changed his mind. But it's okay. Before we start, let me ask you, do you share fake news on Facebook? You may answer by going to slido.com and using the code J473. Oh, somebody answered yes. How about you? Do you also share fake news on Facebook? I hope you don't. Before we share news on Facebook, we have to make sure that we have the correct sources so that we can share correct information. Do not let fake news circulate on Facebook. Look for the right sources and make sure that they are reliable. You have to identify which one is true and which one is not. Look at this picture. My question is it real or make-believe? Again, our code is J473. Please join the quiz. Write your name on slido.com. Click join. So Jen is already playing. Let us ask Jen. She already knows the picture. Is it real or make-believe? Jen answered make-believe. Is Jen correct? Yes, that is correct. Next picture, let us see. The picture is a turtle. Is it real or make-believe? Think. Jen answered real. Is it correct? Yes, it is real. Look at this statement. Tell me if it is real or make-believe. Under the new normal, gadgets like cell phones can now talk to their owners and act like what teachers do in the classroom. Is it real or make-believe? Okay, somebody answered real. Let us see if it is correct. No, it is not real. It is make-believe. Why is it make-believe? Let us go back to the sentence or to the statement. It says here, under the new normal, gadgets like cell phones can now talk to their owners and act like what teachers do in the classroom. Can cell phones talk to their owners? Of course not. So this one is make-believe. Okay, now let's go to the next one. To avoid heavy traffic along EDSA, the driver made his car fly high in the sky. Are you ready? Let's see. Get ready. Is it real or make-believe? Okay, your answer is make-believe. Let us see if it is correct. Correct. It is make-believe because cars can't fly. Probably in the future, but not right now. Next, many employees have started to work from home following the declaration of the COVID-19 outbreak. Is it real or make-believe? Somebody answered real. Is it the correct answer? Yes, very good. So it is real. What is the statement again? It is about working from home of many people after the declaration of the COVID-19 outbreak. So it is something that is real. So your answer is correct. Next, what can you say about statements and images that are real? Somebody said it happens. Somebody said it's true. Somebody said it is reality. So, if images and statements are real, then that means that they happen in real life. Okay? So, if it happens in real life, these are real statements and images. How about this next one? What can you say about statements and images that are make-believe? Okay, somebody said not true. How about the others? Okay, not real. Yes, if it is not true, then it is also not real. What else? How about the others? Only in the movies. Actually, there are things that happen in movies that also happen in reality. So, not all things that are happening in the movies are make believe. Probably if it is an anime or what, it is make believe. But if it is a movie that depicts true stories or real life stories, those are real. So it doesn't happen only in the movies. Sometimes what's happening in the movies are also happening in reality. Okay, so good answers. Now, it is real if it is something that is true, if it is something that happens in reality. And it is make-believe if it is something that is not true or it does not happen in reality. This may also be called a fantasy. Okay? So you're correct. Very good. You did great. Now let's try reality or fantasy. So if it is a reality, then that means that it is real. And if it is fantasy, that means that it is make-believe. First statement. Superheroes have joined forces to totally defeat the villain, COVID-19. Is it a reality or a fantasy? Okay, somebody answered real. What is the real answer? Let's see. The answer is fantasy. Of course, superheroes do not unite against COVID 19. Yes, we have superheroes like our nurses and doctors and the other frontliners, but it is not a reality. It is a fantasy. Okay, let's have the next one. My friend Julia has the ability to talk to animals. Is it a reality or a fantasy? Okay, fantasy, is it correct? Of course, it is correct. You can talk to your pet all day long, but you will not really understand what they're trying to tell you. You can just feel it, but you just really can't understand what they are saying when they say meow or when they bark. Okay, so let's have the next one. This is a short story, and the title is The Note by Maria Lee R. Tupas. Thank you very much, ma'am, for this story. So, since we have a short story that we will read, I would like you to note details, the important details in this story. So, you better have your pen and your paper with you. Okay, again, the title is The Note. You follow through, okay? You follow silently. Aling Nena was a widow whose husband died 3 years ago due to tuberculosis. She lived in a slum area with her 5 children. She would wash her neighbors' clothes to earn money to feed her children and send them to school. She was having a hard time providing for the needs of her children. She would often cry about the thought that only if her beloved Pablo was still alive, she and her children would not suffer like this. One day, while hand washing a pair of pants, she found a small piece of paper. It was already wet, so she carefully opened and read the note. It was written in the note, "Make 3 wishes, and when you wake up the next morning, all your wishes will come true. Do not tell anyone." Aling Nena was hesitant at first, but in the end, she decided to think of her 3 wishes. Her first wish was that her husband would be alive and come back again. Her second wish was to have a big house for her family. And the last wish was for her to have a large sum of money deposited in a bank. She didn't tell anyone about it, even her children. Before she slept that night, she prayed that her wishes would come true. When she woke up the next morning, she saw her husband lying next to her. They were in a big and elegant house. One of her children gave her something. It was a bank book. When she opened it, she could not believe the huge amount of money deposited under her name. All her wishes had come true. She could see the happiness in the eyes of her husband and children. Because of that, she's the happiest person on earth. So, did you understand the story? If you did, question, who was Aling Nena? Okay, somebody said a widow. How about the others? Somebody said poor. Oh, by the way, what is a widow? A widow is someone whose husband has already passed away. Okay? Poor. Correct? Because Aling Nena is a laundry woman. So, She washes the clothes of other people to earn a living. Okay, next question. What was her first wish? Her husband would be alive. Correct. That is the first wish. How about the second wish? Okay, the second wish was that they would have a big house. And the third one is okay, a huge amount of money. So these are the three wishes that she had. Did she tell anyone about it? No, she did not tell anyone about it, even her children. But she prayed hard that it would happen. Are there parts in the story that are real? Okay, so the part where it was said that they live poorly, it is a reality, because if you are a laundry woman, then definitely you will not have enough money for your children. So that is a reality. But the moment that it was mentioned that the three wishes did come true, those are not happening in reality. Okay? So it is make believe. So in reality, do wishes come true? Why or why not? What is your answer? There are things that we wish for which come true, but there are also things do not come true. And for the things that came true, we have to be thankful that the Lord has given us that particular wish. But of course, we should not be wishing all day. We should also be working hard in order for us to get what we want. God rewards servants who are doing their job. Now, I would like you to look at this set of sentences and images. Okay, look at the first one. It says there, octopuses are sea animals famous for their rounded bodies, bulging eyes, and 8 long tentacles. The second picture, the nurse attended to the patient with utmost care and attention. Next, gadgets such as cell phones and laptops are now considered essentials in the online delivery mode of instruction. Look at these three images and statements. Are they reality or fantasy? Okay, if your answer is real, let us see if it is correct. You are right. These are examples of real images. They all exist or can happen in reality. We can see, hear, feel, taste, or touch them. Real images can be usually seen in printed reference materials such as newspapers, nonfiction books, magazines, encyclopedias, and the like. So, if you are going to share some news on Facebook, you have to make sure that they are real. So, what are the reference materials that you have to look for? You have to look for newspapers, nonfiction books, magazines, encyclopedias, and the like. Okay? You have to make sure that these are reliable resources or sources. Okay? Next, look at this set of images and statements. The first one, the red one, the bird reads an English book. Next, my ears have come to life. Next, one sunny morning, the hare challenged the turtle to a race. Look at these sentences and images. Are they real or fantasy? The correct answer is fantasy. Now it's time to answer your worksheets. Bye, grade 6. See you next time on the Teacher Ads TV, where we learn together. apart from each other. Bye!